That'll give you a live feedback of a live representation of what's on the side of the windshield. Here we go. See G-forces in green, yellow to red, blue is neutral.
Yep. So Simen Olsen here, 45 miles per hour. Doesn't sound like a lot, but obviously going sideways, wheel speed much higher than that. Now coming to that second outside zone. Good car control from Simen Olsen. First ever, this season, 4th round ever in an LS-powered S-chassis. Never been driven S-chassis, never driven LS power. So this learning curve is very steep for Simen Olsen. That fuel suspension. Just very similar to what we saw from Osborne, number 1 qualifier going out 32. Obviously did get on to the 16, but again knocked out early. Here we go, Taylor Hull. It's all about him and Simen Olsen, the Norwegian pilot. Now coming to that second outside zone. Taylor Hull, good transition. Look at that fluid, rock solid. That's the way you want to be. Again, I don't know if it's still raining. We're still seeing some umbrellas out there. We are up in the tower. Now Taylor Hull transition, that last outside zone. How's he going to handle it? Boom, uses all the course. But Simen Olsen, we talked about how confident he is out of the gate in this new chassis for him. Again, all the way through. All right, here we go. Now we're seeing Simen Olsen out front, field suspension, GT radial, S chassis, into that first outside zone. Look at that, dragging that back bumper. Now into and transitioning into that second outside zone, the 180-degree turn. Filling all of it is Simen Olsen. Taylor Hull maybe given a little bit of comfort room. Let's see, as he get a surge and attack here past that one and only inside clip, the lone inside clip, and Taylor Hull goes to the wall. And that is just too aggressive for Taylor Hull. He slams that back left end and takes himself out. Simen Olsen, Kazuya taking out Dean Carnage Carney. A little bit of a tumultuous one earlier. Here we go, Kazuya initiating into that first outside zone. Simen Olsen dropping into formation. Now Kazuya into that second outside zone, the Up Garage ISR Performance. Jerry Yang produced vehicle, and Simen Olsen, look at that. Man, he is, again, for never driving an S chassis until this year, the 4th round, he's making it look really easy. The drivers, once they extinguish, they're allowed to leave the line. The chase car can actually leave the line prior to the lead car, but the lead car needs to wait till they extinguish. Simen Olsen, big, nasty angle. That first outside zone, hits it and quits it. And Kazuya Taguchi, you can see him nosing in. Simen Olsen, big, massive angle. That second outside zone, that allows Kazuya Taguchi. I mean, these guys are looking almost identical in their lead and in their chase. And this is going to be a hard one. I mean, here we are splitting hairs, Ryan. We had that one more time. Yeah.
In Sweden, we've been knocked out in top 32, so we'll see. Now the battle begins again.
Here we go, Odi Bakshi, Simen Olsen, Odi and Simen, almost simultaneous initiation in that first outside zone. There goes Odi Bakshi's. See how they handle into that big 180-degree outside zone 2. Odi Bakshi's big angle there. Simen Olsen, great proximity, and you can see that. Look at Simen Olsen. Is he going to take out the boss? Past that inside clip into that final outside zone. Odi Bakshi's, you can see his eye on the prize. Look at him just looking out that window. Really good composure on the roof of his S chassis. Here we go, field suspension, pedal commander, Vortex supercharged LS. Olsen out front. Let's see how it initiates. Odi Bakshi's, he obviously knows what these vehicles are capable of. Now transitioning into that second outside zone. Odi Bakshi's, look at that. He's saying, hey, Simen, I built this car. I can crash this thing if I wanted to. I'll fix it. So coming now into that final outside zone. Some separation there between Olsen and Odi. Now Odi comes up short on that final outside zone. Simen Olsen leaving the start line. Odi will lead into that first outside zone. A lot of handbrake being pulled there by Odi Bakshi's. Simen Olsen hanging out in the shadow. Simen now surges forward. Some good driving here. Again, identical setups, the S chassis, supercharged LS into that final outside zone. Odi just right on that line. Could be slightly deeper, but I mean, really. Simen Olsen will lead. Odi Bakshi's give a chase. Here comes Simen Olsen out of the gate into that outside zone. Look at that, tapping the wall. Goes Simen Olsen. Odi Bakshi's transitions into that second outside zone. Good proximity. Again, dropping in that pocket. That's what I was talking about. I really love the way Odi, that's why I say he's one of the best chase drivers. He gets really deep and he mimics that angle so well. He could just really massage that S chassis and get it right simultaneously. Just that's a good indicator of minimal or no corrections. Those big, bright white wheels. And here we go, white wheels on Simen Olsen's vehicle as well. Into that first outside zone. Look at Matt Field flirting with that wall. Simen Olsen tucks in. Has to back off a little bit to allow him to pass into that second outside zone. Almost dipping some of that GT radial tire. Both these guys on GT radials past that inside clip. Good transition. Look at Simen Olsen, tit for tat. Into that last outside zone. Look at Matt Field. Simen Olsen is a tear right now. Don't grind, but be consistent. You know what I mean? Well, that's I'm
You're
just
100% right.
Right? So here we go. Simen Olsen initiates in that first outside zone, right on the line. Here goes Matt Field transitioning in. Simen Olsen going for his first podium. And here we go. Matt Field transitions. Look at that. So again, that's good composure. Don't bang doors. It's going to disrupt your car and Simen Olsen. Keep it clean. Let's see a clear fight. Nope, nothing below the belt. And there we go.
Good.
Great run by both these drivers. Make some noise. Adam can't win the championship. He's only doing 4 rounds. So here we go. Who's going against Adam LZ in the finals? Is it Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, and the Borla Corvette, or Simen Olsen, the Field Suspension S chassis? Matt Field transitions into that second outside zone. It looks like Simen Olsen gives a little bit of room, but now he catches up. Look at that proximity, not mimicking exactly the angle that we saw earlier today. Takes and punches out that inside clip. Here comes Matt Field, getting all the way to the course's edge. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Simen Olsen leaving the start line through the chicane. Send it! Simen Olsen, Field Suspension S chassis. Matt Field, the white 4-star, standing out. You can see them through the smoke, now transitioning in. Simen Olsen, Matt Field, you can see him jumping to the side. A little bit of left foot break there from Simen Olsen. The fiberglass bouncing off the back of Simen Olsen. Matt Field drops back a little bit. What's going on here? Let's see if he can reap the reward. Simen Olsen fills all of that outside zone. And there we go. He ensures no cones. Let's make sure no cones are hit. Holy cow, he's flirting with that cone. Adam LZ, we got a clean start. Simen Olsen. Sparks are flying into that outside zone 1. Now passing into outside zone 2. Big angle from Adam LZ. Look at that. Puts it right into the sweet spot. Simen Olsen tucks in, mimicking the angle. A little bit out of 10%. And then now into that last outside zone. Big, massive transition from LZ. Oh, doctor, look at that. But Simen Olsen right there. That was a nasty transition from Adam LZ. Simen Olsen, Adam LZ. Let's see if we get a clean start. Yes, we do. Olsen, Field Suspension, S chassis, GT radial tires, the Nitto tire Mustang. Adam LZ gets into formation, drops that back bumper. Can he get that proximity back? Olsen filling that second outside zone. Look at the power on depth from that RTR Mustang. Hobbs giving a jump to the side of the S chassis. Now transitioning past that inner clip into that last outside zone 3. LZ throws it in. A good transition. Send it! Adam LZ, the RTR Mustang, Spec 5 FD. We got a clean start. Simen Olsen shoots down into that first outside zone. Big, nasty entry by Adam LZ. Simen Olsen getting buried in the smoke into that second outside zone. Adam LZ fills all of the Nitto tire smoke in his face. Simen Olsen diving in good proximity. Not mimicking the exact angle now in that final. There's that snappy transition. Sends it into that final outside zone. Adam LZ counters across the finish line. It's going to come down to that third outside zone. Who has that? Who has it dialed? If LZ nails that chase in the third outside zone, I think it's going to be his. But Simen Olsen, he's going to push back. Simen Olsen, good initiation by him. First zone into second outside zone. Adam LZ drops into formation, very similar. But look, he is mimicking the angle right there. He finds himself deep in the pocket. How are they going to handle this last outside zone? I'm telling you, this is going to be telltale sign. Who dials it in? And look at that. He goes deep into that outside zone. Both the drivers.